Today's horoscope, Cancer August 26, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. You may have the feeling that things are out of control. If you open up to all that you are feeling, you may become afraid or overwhelmed. It may help you to do some grounding exercise in order to remind yourself that you are in a human body. The regularity with which you exercise will affect the degree you feel overwhelmed in your life. Drinking plenty of water is the second half of the exercise equation. Be aware that your body may need more minerals and vitamins, depending on the stress level you experience. Things are being confirmed, dear. Today you can still influence events, structure your thoughts well and harvest the fruits of your efforts. Your family and friends will support you in the projects and new responsibilities that are yours. So, don't make concessions and concentrate on your projects. If you want good results, this is the perfect moment to finish up a job or project. As the dwarf planet Ceres spends her final day in retrograde motion in your relationship sector, and the Sun enjoys its first weekend in your communication sector while Venus experiences her last, having the Moon in your friendship sector brings all three together. Last week, Venus formed a friendly aspect to Ceres, and the Sun is just days away from doing the same. With communication and relationship dynamics already working closely together, the Moon's presence unites them all to foster a positive day for building friendships and relationships. In a case of perfect timing, it is just as the dwarf planet Ceres has come to a standstill in her last full day in retrograde motion in your relationship sector that the Sun is spending his first in Venus, the planet of love, her last weekend in your communication sector. With Venus separating from a friendly aspect to Ceres, the Sun just days away from doing the same and even the Moon helping out. This is a special day when it comes to giving your relationships, the past, and unsaid words a voice. With a Venus-Neptune trine influencing the first half of the day, it's a time for fully recognizing inner and spiritual values. Boundaries between you and others tend to soften, and bonds can strengthen. Gentleness, compassion, and warmth are the routes to happiness. Energies shift considerably as the day advances, and you should watch for defensiveness and sensitivity. Consider this a time for the motivation to plan more responsibly or clearly as Mars and Saturn form a square aspect. You may be dealing with communication or transportation delays, but while they appear to set you back, they may very well point you in the right direction. You might now notice details you missed due to your haste the first time. Finish up those things that need a little more attention rather than pushing ahead. Aim to tie up loose ends and avoid speaking too soon or too impulsively about a matter. Your ability to take criticism may be tested, or you might wrestle with your inner critic. Conflict terrifies you. In fact, if your intuition even senses it in the slightest capacity, you will be the first to slip into the shadows in the middle of the night before anyone even realizes. The entire week ahead will bring dramatic challenges for everyone to face. But for you, it is important to listen to what your gut instinct is telling you. Someone may be out to hurt you in your relationship or tarnish your name with lies, gossip, or secrets that rise like phantoms in the night. The worst part about it is that you may never know who let it slip or had it out for you in the end. Work on projects that make you feel confident. Focus on your creative pursuits, professional self-expression, and ideas when Venus in Cancer forms a watery trine to Neptune retrograde in Pisces. You might discover another side of yourself as you work on tasks that make you feel creative and inspired. Neptune retrograde is revealing yet another layer of your professional identity, which might be connected to your skills or passion projects. So, it is important to enjoy whatever you are working on by adding your unique flair to your projects. Today, abandon any intellectual pursuits and concentrate on practical problems related to organization and goal setting. You are likely to find perfect solutions within an hour after you start. The heavens are helping you. Give them some credit for your ingenuity, and waste no time implementing your plans. In your private life, you feel like you're walking through a minefield. One false move and there will be an explosion. This will really put you to the test. Don't let others blame you for everything, sometimes they are at fault too. Remember to be open for other points of view when it comes to solving problems. Reconciling both is a difficult, but not impossible task. Your intuition is at a high point and your dreams will carry over into the waking hours today. It may feel as if you're looking at a room through an aquarium. Don't just drink coffee and try to shake it off. If a lot of new things happen and not all appear positive at first, be prepared for subsequent surprises. Accepting disruption or changes in your love life, you approach matters in a self-assured and positive way, even if it does not follow your ideal plan. Allow for plenty of improvement and progress in your love life. There may be challenges in your daily routine today. Events may crop up out of nowhere and slam you in the face with energy you would never expect. These are indications that something in your life is not quite on track. Maybe you have chosen to simply not deal with the issue. The dirt may seep out from under the rug, so be prepared. It is a day for the bizarre and ostentatious. This day will be serious and filled with gravity as you question some of your most fundamental relationships. Don't leave anything to chance today. Above all, your thoughts will have to bring about effective changes. The vibrations of your number will push you to see far ahead and be lucid on a path that could modify your personal and professional future. Daily Planetary Overview. As the moon enters Gemini, you might feel a shift in energy that keeps you on your toes. Gemini is a sign known for its quick wit and mental agility, and this lunar influence can leave you buzzing with thoughts and ideas. Have you ever found yourself lying in bed with your mind racing, unable to shut off the stream of thoughts running through your head? That's the kind of energy you might be dealing with tonight. It's like your brain is stuck in overdrive, making it a bit tricky to slow down, relax, and unwind. If you find that you're more alert than usual, try not to stress about it. Instead, embrace this mental clarity as an opportunity. Sometimes, when we're more awake than we'd like to be, it's a sign that there's something our minds need to process. Maybe there's a creative idea bubbling up that needs to be explored, or perhaps you've been avoiding dealing with something that's finally demanding your attention. Use this time to check in with yourself. What's on your mind? What thoughts keep resurfacing? You might be surprised by the clarity that comes when you allow yourself the space to really explore what's buzzing around in your head. But, of course, this heightened mental activity can also make it hard to relax and get the rest you need. If you find yourself tossing and turning, consider trying some relaxation techniques, deep breathing, gentle stretches, or even jotting down your thoughts in a journal to clear your mind. Sometimes, just getting those swirling thoughts down on paper can be enough to quiet the mental chatter and help you drift off to sleep. Now, with all this mental stimulation, there's a little word of caution. Be mindful of your impulses, especially when it comes to spending. It's easy to fall into the trap of making quick purchases when you're feeling restless or overwhelmed. Have you ever found yourself online shopping late at night, only to wonder the next day if you really needed that new gadget or pair of shoes? The energy right now can make those little impulse buys seem more appealing than usual, but try to resist the urge to make any big purchases or financial commitments unless they're absolutely necessary. If you do need to make a financial decision, take a moment to pause and assess it with a clear head. Ask yourself if this is something you really need, or if it's just a temporary comfort you're seeking. There's nothing wrong with treating yourself to a little something to lift your spirits, but be mindful of the difference between a small indulgence and a bigger commitment that could backfire later. Remember, the energy of Gemini can be fast-paced and sometimes a little scattered, so grounding yourself is key. Have you ever found that when your mind is racing, it helps to take a step back and get a little perspective? Maybe that means reaching out to a friend for a quick chat, or taking a walk to clear your head. Whatever it is, find something that helps you anchor yourself and brings you back to center. And if you're feeling particularly energized tonight, lean into it. Use this time to brainstorm, create, or even just daydream about the possibilities ahead. Sometimes, those late-night bursts of inspiration can lead to some of our best ideas. Just be sure to balance it out with moments of calm and mindfulness to keep from getting too carried away by the buzz of this lunar energy. How do you typically handle those restless nights when your mind won't quiet down? Do you have any go-to strategies for finding balance when your thoughts are racing? Share your experiences. There's always something we can learn from each other's journeys, especially during these times of heightened energy and introspection.